You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
Is it tech message? I'm to your company too, Mr. Specialty. I just want one pack. No, not one pack.
What will you do without freedom?
Mamma mia, let me go.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Folks, this story just popped on Reuters. I'm going to take the link and put it in my description box. You can feel free to read it in your entirety. I'm just going to take bits and pieces out of it. Title of the article is Former Hamas Chief Calls for Protests and Neighbors to Join War Against Israel. All right. Former Hamas Chief Khaled Mashal, I probably butchered that name, he called for protests across the Muslim world on Friday, this coming Friday, in support of the Palestinians and for the peoples of neighboring countries to join the fight against Israel. Okay. He goes on to say, quote, "We must head to the squares and streets of the Arab and Islamic world on Friday." Right. Goes on to say, "To all scholars who teach jihad, to all who teach and learn, this is a moment for the application of theories." So you can take that for what that's worth, all right? And, you know, again, you can read the article in its entirety. Neighboring countries that he's referring to is Jordan, Syria, Egypt, Lebanon, all right? All the countries that surround Israel. He's pretty much calling on them to jump into the fight, all right? Going back to the statement that this guy made about protests coming out this Friday and protesting across the Muslim world, all right? Let's bring it back home for a minute, all right? We're already seeing rallies taking place across several cities in our nation, rallies that are in support of Palestine, okay? Most recently, there was one in Dearborn, Michigan last night. You can check out the news on that. There's videos on that. There's some more videos that are coming out of Florida where Palestinian supporters were taken to the streets and attacking Israeli American supporters. So it's getting ugly, guys, all right? And for the fact that this guy's calling for protests this coming Friday, in other words, a global day of jihad, all right, or some other, you know, people that are picking up this story are calling it, you know, it's definitely a time to be vigilant, okay? And to not cower to these kinds of messages, all right? This isn't the time to go and hide inside your homes and huddle around your family, all right? In fact, do the opposite, guys, you know? Take to the streets, and what I mean by that is go about your day-to-day business, okay? Do your day-to-day. Don't let this disrupt your normal lifestyle, okay, guys? Because if you do, if you're gonna huddle inside your homes and, you know, cower underneath your bed sheets, all right, you're catering to the message here, all right? You're giving these assholes what they want, all right? And don't do that, all right? I'm gonna live my life, and at the same time, I'm gonna be strapped at all times, okay? So fuck around and find out. That's just the way it is. I have a fundamental right to protect myself. I will do that. I will protect myself and my family. All right, and that's just me. All right, so let's move on from that. And, you know, the question that I'm going to leave you folks with to answer in the comments is, do you think there are terrorist training camps operating here in America? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and answer that for myself and say, yeah, I think there are. All right. Because in the past several years, there have been terrorist training camps here on American soil that have been discovered. All right. There are videos out there, terrorist training videos that are targeted towards compounds that exist right here in the United States that pretty much tell the leaders of these compounds how to train their soldiers to fight, okay? Jihad style, all right? And the fact that we are, not like we, but, you know, law enforcement, our government is allowing these compounds to exist it really boggles my mind, all right? I've done a little digging as far as some of these compounds go. There's this group out there that's called Muslims of America. All right, look them up. All right, and they claim to be peaceful. All right, but they're pretty much, this group, Muslims of America, they control all of these compounds throughout our country. Okay, and some years back, there was a news story that popped. Sean Hannity on Fox News. I think it was like 2009. All right. I'm going to put it in my description box. Check it out because it's definitely has a lot to do with what's happening right now in Israel and what we could be seeing in our near future here at home. And he's basically talking about these training camps that are operating here in America. Okay. And why they're allowed to operate. And they're saying that the number one reason why they're allowed to operate is because they're protected by the U.S. Constitution and by state constitutions, all right? And that leaves law enforcement hands tied, all right? So that's going back to all the way, I think it was like 2009, all right? We're in 2023, guys, all right? And we have the biggest border crisis that this country has ever seen, okay? We have known terrorists that are being encountered at our border, that are on terror watch lists, all right, that are being caught by our border police, our border patrol, right? So how many have not been caught? How many have gotten through? How many are currently in these terrorist training camps right now in this country, training to kill us, training to create mass shooting events, right? And the list goes on, you know, bombing buildings and, you know, blowing fucking shit up all over the place. It's a scary thought, all right? So again, terrorist training camps in America, do your research on it. If you think they're here, let me know in the comments. And just keep your heads on a swivel, guys, all right? Thanks for watching.